I started 2022 off in a bit of a funk.
I've been waking up the past few nights at 3 a.m. and just having anxiety.
I'm not sure what was causing the anxiety or me feeling this way, but I knew that something needed to change in my life. One of my goals for 2022 was to work out regularly and take charge of my fitness. I had a bit of a slow start, but I can proudly say that this year was the year of health for me. I started working out regularly, going to the gym and doing at-home workouts, and this is the healthiest that I've been in probably 5 or 6 years. In February, I decided to get off the birth control pill. I knew we wanted to start trying for kids soon, and I wanted to give my body a couple of months to regulate and get the hormones out of my system. This gave me a renewed passion for life and something exciting to look forward to and to focus on. For the next few months, I enjoyed life. I was in a great mood. I started seed cycling and eating healthy, preparing my body to conceive and start the next phase of our life. Things didn't really go as planned in May of this year. We started trying to have a baby, and I was for sure thinking that it was going to work right away. I was excited and hopeful, and I kind of let it consume me. So when it didn't work the first couple of times, I was pretty distraught. But nevertheless, I pushed through, I got over it, and I had some really fun times this year. Another big thing that happened this year is I stopped working my 9-to-5 job. I was working for my dad in the construction industry full-time, and my mom actually started her own dermatology practice, and she kind of needed my help. So I ended up moving over to work for my mom in the medical field, and it was just the transition that nobody knew that I needed, but I needed. And on top of this, I started working only 3 days a week instead of 5 days a week, which was such a game changer for my love for YouTube and social media, and it really gave me some time to breathe and not be too overwhelmed or stressed as I had been earlier this year. Age and I went on a cruise to the Caribbean, which was super fun. Vacations like this always remind me that life is meant to be enjoyed, and I was just so grateful and happy to be on this trip with him. In the back of my head is always my trying to conceive journey. It was just hard month after month to get a negative test result, but through the thick and thin, God has just really showed me what's important. I'm excited to continue growing my community and prioritizing my friends and family. We even hosted our first Thanksgiving as a married couple in our own home, and we had AJ's family over, and it was amazing. I found out I'm gonna be an aunt to a baby boy, and I'm so excited to see what 2023 brings. Yes, this year was extremely difficult and challenging for me, but I would do it all over again to learn the lessons that I've learned this year. God is so good, and I'm so grateful for everything that happened this year, the good, the bad, the ugly, and even the things that didn't happen this year. God has a plan for my life and yours, so let's get excited for 2023. I have a feeling it's gonna be our best year yet. So that is my 2022 year recap. A lot has happened this year, and I'm so grateful to have lived through this experience. I hope you guys had a fantastic year, and I hope you're excited for 2023. We're gonna do a 2023 reset. I'm gonna go over my 2022 goals. We're gonna see if we achieved them. I'm gonna do like a business recap, channel recap. I'm gonna tell you my words for the year for 2023 and my intentions. And then of course, I'm gonna tell you my goals for next year. So let's jump right in. I wanna start with my YouTube channel recap, or my business recap, since YouTube is my main source of income. It's my job, and it's just nice to reminisce and think about all of the achievements that we've made this year for the entire year of 2022. Now keep in mind, there is a couple of days left in the year, but more or less I received 3.5 million views on my channel. That is just insane to me. The number of people or times that people have viewed my videos, that's crazy. Almost 400,000 watch hours, basically 36,000 subscribers, which is so fantastic. If you are a subscriber who joined in 2022, please comment down below so that I can say thank you and connect with you guys. I am just so grateful for you guys and this life that you have supported me through all of my ups and downs. I just cannot thank you guys enough. I love you guys so much. Okay, I wrote some things down here. In the year of 2022, I posted 104 videos. I did 84 brand deals. These are not individual brands, so some of these brands are the same like working with them multiple times. But out of the 104 videos, 84 of them have been sponsored, which is so amazing. And I want to thank you guys for all of your support on all of my videos and supporting my sponsors and just understanding that that is how I make my money. So the fact that I can have the majority of my videos sponsored is such a blessing, and I'm so grateful for you guys and my management company who's able to make this happen for me. And then as far as the podcast, I kind of drifted off as the year got to an end. I wasn't as consistent. I only posted 35 podcast episodes in 2022. So I definitely want to get back on track next year and aim for 50 episodes. As far as my top performing videos this year, it is still my day in the life working a 9-to-5 office job, 570,000 views, even though that video was posted the year before. That's absolutely crazy. Day in the life of a medical receptionist, 6 a.m. peaceful morning routine, whole house decluttering my mom's closet for the first time. That was like one of my favorite videos that I did this year because it was kind of quirky and funny and outside of my comfort zone. So I really love that video. But as you can see, the videos that perform the best are like the highly edited, the ones that take me the most time, voiceovers, things like that. So I am so grateful that you guys love those because they do take a lot of effort and I put like my heart and soul into them. So I'm really glad that those performed really well this year. So let's jump into our 2022 goals and let's see if we achieved any of them. So here they are. I'll put them on the screen right next to me. The first one was to enjoy cooking / cook more. Now, if you've been watching for previous years, I have always struggled with cooking. I enjoy fast food. I enjoy not cooking. I'm just gonna be honest, it's not one of my strengths. So I really wanted to expand on that this year, and I feel like I've made progress. I wouldn't say that I am where I want to be, but if I was here and my goal is here, I feel like I'm 75%. So I'm going to go ahead and check this off. Move 5 times per week on average. We definitely achieved that, and I am so proud of myself. This was a huge challenge for me, but I really took this one by the horns and I attacked it. As I mentioned in my recap, I just like took this on full speed at the beginning of the year and I just like never stopped, and I'm so proud of myself and for you guys who have done it with me, because I know a lot of you guys were on this journey with me. I'm consistently working out and it's just like one of the best things in my life right now. Save up for a car with YouTube money. I did achieve this goal. I don't have a new car. Some of you guys are probably like, when are you gonna get a new car? Because my car is quite old. But honestly, I'm not in a rush and I'm glad that I have the funds to do so when I am ready. It might be in 2023, it might not be. I don't care either way. So hit 100K on YouTube. Guys, at the time of filming, I'm at 98,092 subscribers. Okay, so it could happen. It would have to be a miracle. Like the Lord would have to actually come down and do this for me. So I don't know. Let's see if we hit it. I don't think we will, unless God decides to do it for me, but I'm gonna leave this one unchecked for now. Learn contentment. I'm gonna do a little halvesies here. As you guys know, this year has been so much growth for me. Just like ask and you shall receive, right? So I asked God to teach me contentment this year, and He is really teaching me that. And I'm so grateful that even through the hard times, I'm able to kind of look back and see the lessons that I've learned and things that God is teaching me and helping me realize. I feel like I've made so much progress in terms of being content in my life, content where I am. So I'm gonna go halvesies on this one. Read one self-help book per month. We did not achieve that. I started the year off strong, and then midway through, I just kind of stopped. And that's also when I kind of stopped doing the podcast, because those two kind of go hand in hand. Learn how to do makeup. I'm gonna check that off, okay? I also learned how to curl my hair this year. Okay, it's still not perfect, but you know what, guys? I'm making progress. I even have a little bit of bronzer on today, okay? So am I perfect? No. But if we're looking back on where I was at the beginning of the year, I'm really proud of myself. Make the backyard a paradise. Again, I'm gonna go halvesies on this one. You guys know we built the deck this year. That was really amazing. Just to see that come to life and to have AJ build that for us was just so amazing. We still need to do the fence, so that's why I'm not checking it off. It's a big expense, so we'll probably do that in 2023. Go on an international trip. We did go on an international cruise, even though it was just to the Bahamas, not even the Bahamas, it was to Mexico. That definitely counts, so check that off. Devotion 5 times per week. I am checking that off. Another achieved goal. I'm so happy to say that I am consistently doing this, and it's such a game changer. It just totally helps me start the day strong, and I feel so much closer to God. Even though this year was extremely challenging and one of the toughest years, doing my devotion every single day just like makes it all so worth it. Drink 64 ounces of water. I'm gonna check this off. Most days I do that. I would say most days. There are some days that I don't, but we're not perfect. Sub coffee for matcha. We did not do that. I don't even know why I put that as a yearly goal. I thought I was gonna do that and I didn't, so ignore that. All right, let me tell you my words for the year. So the word of the year in 2022 was contentment. The word in 2021 was generosity. And for 2023, I kind of want to do multiple words and just kind of choose some main ones. So my words for next year are fearless, hope, consistent or consistency, growth, adapt, and selflessness. Now, these are not all nouns. I should have organized them that way, but these are just kind of the words that I want to focus on and work on. So the top two for me are fearless and hope. And you can kind of put these together and do fearless hope, or you can take them separately because they work both ways. The word fearless means lacking fear. Some synonyms are brave, courageous, and bold. I struggle with anxiety, as you guys know, and so anxiety and fear are cousins. They go very well together. So instead of saying anti-anxiety, I'm going to say anti-fear, because fear is a big part of my struggle, worry, doubt. And then the word hope is, what does it mean? The feeling of expectation or desire for a certain thing to happen. And in the Christian world, it means a feeling of expectation and desire for God to come through. That doesn't mean that I'm waiting for God to give me exactly what I ask for next year. That just means I'm excited and hopeful for Him to show up in my life and provide for me in ways that I don't even expect or know about. Whether that's me getting pregnant next year or not, I am hopeful for God's plan to manifest in my life, and I'm excited to see what He has for me. So fearless and hope are my two main words, and then consistency, growth, adaptation, and selflessness are some sub things that I want to work on. So lastly, let's get into our goals for next year. My first goal is to hit 150,000 subscribers on YouTube and average 20,000 views per video. A lot of people think that subscribers are what really matter, but to be honest, they don't. What really matters for your success on YouTube is how many views you get per video. So right now I'm about 15,000 views consistently per video. I want to get that to 20,000. That will help me to earn more money for brand deals. It would obviously help me to grow my community, and it's just always been the number that I want to achieve is 20,000 views per video, and 150,000 subscribers I think is what can get me there. I want to finish the backyard. I want to do the fence and some plants and really finish my backyard paradise thing that I started this year. I want to make it a habit to cook balanced meals. So basically this is the same goal that I had last year, just taking it to the next level. So although I am cooking more and taking more of that responsibility, I also want to cook balanced meals and make it a habit this year. I want to continue moving 5 times weekly, basically 5 workouts a week, and just continue that throughout next year. I also want to continue my daily devotion, and I think it's important to put these continuation goals because if we don't have them written down, sometimes we can fall off the wagon. So being consistent, again, that was one of my words for next year. Okay, this one's cool. I want to start/maintain/attend a women's Bible study. So my friends and I have been talking about starting a Bible study, which is super exciting. First of all, to have enough friends that live next to you is just amazing. And then to have friends who are willing to come together weekly, bi-weekly, whatever, to discuss God's word is just the coolest thing to me. And I'm so excited that we are talking about doing this in 2023. that's just gonna be so fun. The next one, I want to continue to make more friends and build my community. So that's actually something that God has really showed me this year, is the importance of people. I was always labeled myself as an introvert, labeled myself as I don't really need people, I'm content with who I am. And that's all fine and great, but I feel like what God has shown me this year is that even through my darkest times, I can still have joy and peace and fulfillment in my life because of people. And I just feel like I have a renewed sense of appreciation and value the people in my life so much more now, and I'm so grateful that God has allowed me to not get pregnant this year, because I don't know if I would have learned that lesson if I was pregnant and distracted and like just focused on myself, which I feel like I was so focused on myself in the beginning of this year and especially the years before this. So 2023, I want to continue to grow my community because people are so important. I want to potentially start the garage gym remodel, and I'll be okay if this doesn't end up happening, but we've always talked about having a gym in our garage. We do have a gym in our garage, but like actually making it nice, cleaning it up, doing new floors, new lights, putting mirrors in, putting an AC in. So that would be really cool if we started that project, but there's not really a rush because I just kind of want it to be done for when we do have a kid, so that I can just like pop in, work out, and not have to like take the kid to the gym necessarily. I just think that would be convenient. I want to be consistent with the podcast and with Instagram. Now, I want to hit 25,000 on Instagram. That's just like an arbitrary number that I came up with. But the only way I'll be able to do that is if I stay consistent. I want to bring the podcast back. It's such a constant for me. I felt like really grounded when we were doing the podcast weekly. It's a great way for me to get my thoughts out and just kind of be in that grind, in that routine. And I know you guys love it too, so I definitely want to be consistent with it next year. So that's basically everything. Quick little reset. Again, I'm so grateful for you guys who stuck with me this year. I'm living my dream, and it's thanks to you guys. And I hope that I made you laugh this year, inspired you, showed you some things that you shouldn't do. And I was actually getting emotional thinking of the way that God has blessed me this year, even though it may seem that things are tough and hard. And honestly, it's one of the hardest years I've ever had, but I would do it all over again to learn the lessons that I've learned this year and to connect with the people that I've connected with this year. I just think it's all so worth it, and it's just a good example of God's goodness and God's grace, and I hope you guys can see that through my life. Even though I'm not perfect and I don't always represent Him perfectly, I strive to do that every day. And yeah, I'm excited for next year. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.